students, teachers, and faculty members. This is Christopher Jones
and Jordan Lester, coming to you with the news.
This week, starting February 18th, will be National FFA Week, meaning all FFA students and members will be celebrating everything FFA related. So next week, make sure you're ready for some daily ag facts and the Valley Mills FFA highlights.
This week, Ren and Angela sat down with our very own Christopher Jones for their weekly interview.
Hey Valley Mills, it's Ren and Angela, and today we're interviewing Chris Jones. So Chris, how do you choose your outfit each day?
Well, you see, there's this movie called The Breakfast Club, right? And they have this character referred to as John the Thief through an assignment by their principal who put them in detention, after school detention, right? And he wears a denim jacket with a flannel underneath it. That's where I get my main inspiration. Same with my hair though, because he has long hair and now I have long hair. You could say I'm a copycat, but for the most part, when I get home, I just take my denim jacket, I just take off my jacket and my flannel, put it on a chair, take a shower the next morning, and put it back on, right? Pretty simple stuff.
That's nice.
Thank you.
How much do you wash it? Like
once a week.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just a jacket. It's a piece of, it's like the top layer of everything, you know.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about being a head news person for the Valley Mills channel?
Honestly, I'm quite honored. It feels like such an accomplishment to be this high in like the anarchy role, I guess. Right? It's just such an honor. It's just so honorable. And I'm really just happy to be here. And I think the best part about being part of the team is just watching all the times people fail and all the bloopers. Like 1 week we had Raylan fill in for Angel and he failed 27 times. I was counting the whole time. It was very hard to keep a straight face while watching. That was the best part though.
It was the best part.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Chris, if you could have any animal as a pet, what animal would it be and what would you name it?
It would be the capybara, or a lot of people will also call it the capybara, but it's the real name of it is the capybara. And what I would name it is probably like Cap.
Why Cap?
Yeah, I love capybaras. I think they're just so cute. They're actually the largest rodents in the world.
And they're such a chill-minded creature because when they first evolved from their very old ancestor, right? They had no natural predators. So nowadays, when they're in South America, I believe, you'll just see them sitting on top of alligators and chilling with other creatures.
Oh.
That's so cool. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome.
Very interesting information there, Chris.
Why, thank you, my good sir.
That wasn't a compliment. This Monday, February 20th, will be President's Day, meaning we'll be off of school that day.
On to the sports with Pegas and Ernesto.
What is up, my Valley Mills peoples? It's your boys Pegas and Ernesto, and we're here with this week's sports.
The JV basketball season is now over, and the varsity is still going. They played Itasca this Tuesday at the time of this recording. The basketball team is unsure if they're already in the playoffs or will they have another game to secure their spot.
The Lady Eagles are by-district champs after defeating De Leon 42-16 in the first round of the playoffs Monday night. They will play tonight in Burleson in the area round of playoffs.
The tennis team played this Wednesday at the Waco Regional Tennis Center. The varsity softball has a tournament starting today and going through Saturday. They play at McGregor and the time is to be determined.
The varsity baseball team has a tournament starting on the 25th and going through the 27th in Axtell.
That's all we have for the sports this week. We're passing off to Angel with the weather and we'll see you next time.
Hello Valley Mills, I am Angel Gomez, your weatherman, and I'm here to tell you about the weather all week. This weekend we'll have highs in the 50s, and next week will be higher with highs in the 80s and lows in the 70s. Now back to you, Christopher and Jordan.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez, for that excellent weather forecast.
Now let's move on to the movie review of the week with Hide the Mask.
What's up, Valley Mills? I'm Hide the Mask, your movie critic. But I'll be doing something different today, with me listing out my top 5 favorite anime films of 2022. Also, to make things more interesting, I'll only list off one movie from each animation studio. At number 5, we have Turning Red, directed by Domishi and animated by Pixar Animation Studios. This movie has a hilarious main lead, a theme that's new and handled pretty well, and all the vocal performances are great. At number 4, we have The Rise of Demon 2 movie, directed by Andy Sonero and Ann Ward, being animated by Flying Bark Productions. The movie has a familiar but great plot, an incredible villain, and stellar animation and fight scenes. Now number 3, it's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, directed by Guillermo del Toro and Mark Staven, being animated by Shadow Machine. The movie has some pretty realistic cast of characters. The stop motion animation is great, and I kind of like how dark it can get sometimes. At number 2, we have One Piece Film Red, directed by Goro Taniguchi, and animated by Toei Animation. The movie has some top-tier voice acting from the voice actors. All the songs in this movie are bangers. It has an interesting antagonist and some mind-blowing animation and fight scenes. Now for some honorable mentions. The Bad Guys from DreamWorks, Bubble from Wit Studio, DBS Superhero from Toei Animation, and Sing 2 from Illumination. Now number 1, it's Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, directed by Joel Crawford, and animated by DreamWorks Animations. All of the characters are great, greatly tackled themes, animation and fight scenes are a spectacle to watch, and this gives us one of the best antagonists in an animated film. So that was my list of the best movies of anime films of 2022. Were yours different than mine? Well anyway, that's all for this week. Now back to Kristen and Jordan with the news.
Thank you, Hyde, for that amazing review. Well, that's all the news we have for this week. This is Jordan Lester
And Christopher Jones. So have a good morning, a good evening, and most importantly, a good night.